más.
All the stragglers.
So, alright, we're back. Interrupted already. So, yeah.
No crumble.
Weird.
We got no crumble.
Yeah, we got no crumble.
No crumble.
Guys, we got Wendy's for the first time. I think.
I'm very excited for it because of the frosting.
Yeah, we got Frosties. Actually, thinking about it, how long should I keep the Frosties inside the?
Just a few minutes.
Just a few minutes. Alright.
Yeah.
I'll do it for like
5, 10.
5 more minutes.
Yeah.
So, we just had like a weird situation go on with this order. So,
yeah.
Jake, first and foremost, let's talk about the things we got.
So, we're all for mukbangs trying something new. So, I've never had their saucy nuggets before.
Yeah.
My usual is a spicy chicken sandwich. I fucking love that shit. And I got that. So, I got the 10-piece spicy. They gave me 2 things of fries for some reason. They gave me a small and a medium.
Yeah,
but
I just 2 fries for some reason.
But so we're gonna split the small fry. Yeah. And I got my usual favorite drink at Wendy's, strawberry lemonade. I'm gonna take a good sip of that.
Oh yeah, I am trying something new.
You are trying something new,
which is the Frosty, but I got my basic combo, the Dave single, which is the thing I usually always get. So at some point I will try. It's just my autism kicks in when I'm actually ordering, cause
I love their spicy
ordering
chicken.
through DoorDash is just such like a risky thing to do.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to get something from DoorDash and me not liking it. So
I'm starving.
Yeah, I am too. So, but yeah, we got the Oreo shit, and the trash is over here.
Yeah, move that.
Yeah. This is a nice little setup.
Where the hell is my goddamn... Oh my god.
What?
Throw the fries in the...
Just put the fries in the bag, bro.
Everyone loves bag fries. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. How much ketchup packets did they give you?
None. I didn't ask
none?
for... No, I didn't ask for
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had.
No.
Is that why you brought it up? You want a ketchup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then, alright.
We're both gonna need it.
Yeah. Why don't you start talking about what happened with King Dukas? And,
should we really say his name out loud?
I mean, it's how many Dukases are in Massachusetts?
Alright, well. So, we don't do a group order. We both got, helicopters with our, money, so they don't want it. So we don't want to do like a big order. But I was able to, because we're doing this because they had like a 50% off. So this whole thing would have costed like $30, but I got it for like less than 20.
I'm gonna drain this all over your plate.
No, not on the buffalo. Come on, man.
Oh, I just stubbed my toe. That's karma. Oh.
God. On the buffalo. So, anyway. When I try even though we both do no contact, I still try to check every so often.
Yeah.
And the map, as always, just goes ape shit. Like, it showed that he was like across the street.
Yeah.
It showed the car was on the lawn. I was like, what is going on?
It just shows them levitating everywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm just so out of breath right now. Too. Damn.
And yeah, I understand there might be some confusion with having 2 separate orders at the same address, but common sense would be like, well, like they're both at the same address, so then they should just go there.
Mm-hmm.
But
And the guy was clearly not
Yeah.
like English.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. Gonna try a spicy. Let's go.
All right.
Well, that's interesting. So, they have a variety of sauce, but I like buffalo, so I did that, and it's good, but it's got a little more barbecue-y kick to it, and like buffalo sauce.
Oh. The Fossies.
Oh, yeah. It's like seriously, Mel's calling right now.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm really excited to try the fry. When they announced those, I was like, I need that. I really need that. Yeah, I haven't had Wendy's in a good while. I love their strawberry lemonade. It's just, it is. Oh my goodness. This a little easier. Man, go for another one. But you know what? I'm glad they're not too saucy
Yeah.
for my fingers.
Oh yeah. This table's just the right size for everything. God damn.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I had to, cause like, when the guy came, my dad was going outside, and he was like, guys, just go outside, take care of it, and then like, the guy was just like, hey, I have to take the picture, and I was like, okay, yeah, and then he was just like, you're Jacob, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm Jacob, and then he just took the picture, and I just was like, should I do a thumbs up or something, like, yeah, it was just something else.
Yep. Oh my.
Was it too spicy?
No, it's just the strawberry lemonade's so good.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, you could get me like those big gold cups of 7-Eleven. I could just like,
Yeah.
it is so good. I've been trying to find. I'm not really into strawberry, but like that is just so good. And like I've been trying to find, and like every other version of strawberry lemonade I've had, I just it didn't hit the same as the Wendy's one. There was one that was close, but I couldn't find the brand. My family just randomly bought a thing, and I was just looking at it, and I'm like, I'm gonna try a glass, and I might be disappointed, but. And then I took a sip, and I was like, you're almost him, but you're not him, though.
Yeah. I moved that lemonade just a little away from the edge of the table.
There you go.
Yeah, because I know you do the talking justice thing sometimes where you're just like, ugh! Yeah.
These Oreo Frosters look so intimidating, though. I'm so scared.
Yeah, that's why I ordered like a small.
It's not, I don't mean that in like a bad way. It just looks so good that it might be like too much for me.
Yeah.
So we haven't talked in like a week.
Yeah, we haven't.
What is up with you?
Just summertime.
Oh,
I'm just like, man, I don't know what is about it.
Does summer hate you?
it's usually like this where like I don't have the energy to talk to people a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
there's like hours of the day where like me and Mel just don't talk a lot either.
Yeah,
so.
and I've been on like, I was just for the past few weeks it was just nonstop social events, so I was just so drained and so tired and.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, didn't really do much.
Yeah, it was just kind of like an average week. I am slowly but steadily like learning my
new position.
Yeah, new position at work, which it's strenuous. Just with all like the computery like coding shit that you had to like input, like, hey, like the paper and the paper you didn't use, and it's just like, alright, man, whatever.
I'm just I'm slowly opening myself more up to the area I'm in right now.
Yeah.
You know, the girl who's kind of like the, I don't want to say the leader. I don't think she's actually the leader, but she's like, you know, she kind of helps a lot around. She kind of goes around helping a lot, and I don't know if she's into me. Like, I get these weird signals, and I just don't know. And because there was like a couple times where like we were like with these other two guys, we'll just be like laughing, and like she'll like kind of like do like that, like kind of like playful, like wanting to like, you know, nudge me or whatever. And I'm a deer in headlights, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to like play I don't want to play too much into it. That it's just like, but yeah, and like I'm kind of like this over analyzer that there'll be like some days like she'll take her like lunch break when I'm coming in, so like, and I wait by the clock, so because they want me clocking in at sharp, so I just wait at the clock because I get there like 10 minutes early. So she'll sometimes like say hi or whatever, but then like some days she like will like completely pass by me, and then I'm just like, well, she fucking hates me now, like like what's going on here?
what I farted yesterday or something?
You know, I farted yesterday. And yeah, and then there's this girl at the area across from me who I think is just like so hot, and like I guess she transferred to my area like the last day I was there for the week, and I was just frozen the whole time, and I was just like, oh no, what do I do? And then there was a thing that they ran out of paper, and again, the other girl, she does I don't know how to, but I've like seen people, so I thought I could like maybe help, maybe figure it out, and I did. And then the other girl, she comes up and she's like, you know, like, what's going on? And this is like my only interaction with her, and I'm just like, you know, I'm like, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure this out. And she's like, oh, that's not how it goes. And I'm just like, and I'm thinking back, and I'm like, man, I just made myself look fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. And that kind of put me in a weird funk for the rest of my shift, that I was just like, man, I'm just making myself look like such an idiot today. And
yeah,
like that other, they're both Latina, so it's just like fuck. Like I'm cooked. It's over. One of the one who obviously I highly doubt it that she's actually into me, but She's like more like the lighter, while the other one that I actually do have a crush on, she's like darker, like that she could pose as like being black.
Right.
So it's like, oh man, what do I do? But yeah, but the two other guys who were in there, they're funny. This one guy, he has dreads, but he's like so brain dead. Oh yeah, that was another thing is too. It's just I wanted to tell the girl while I was doing the thing, like, yeah, I have brain damage, by the way, but I didn't know if it was the right time to try to be funny or not. Being like, yeah, I have brain damage. But then I didn't want to be like, wow, I don't want this girl thinking I actually have brain damage.
Wow.
But I do. I do. Deep down I do, yeah. But he's like, he's paler than me, but he's like, he tells everyone he's black. He's lighter than me, and he like always like, I'm still slowly opening myself up, but I'm still like quiet a lot, and and it's just, I have to explain to them, like, guys, I haven't had a friend group in here in like 3 years, so like, please cut me some slack here, like, if I'm quiet, like. But he'll like always just like, he'll see that I'm nearby, and he'll always like rope me into whatever conversation he's having, and I have like no clue what he's talking about. And he'll like jokingly say like stuff is like racist and shit, because he says he's black, but the other guy says like, bro, you're mixed, like, you're not black. You're not black.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a case of like mixed.
Yeah. And like, then last thing I said before I left was they were talking, and the guy just goes like, yo, you heard what he said? He said he wants to go in the woods and kill me. And I said, why? Because you're black? And the guy fucking loses his shit. And he goes like, that's the employee of the month right there. Like, he thought it was like the funniest fucking thing ever, even though I thought it was just such an obvious comeback. Just why? Because like, what? He wants to go to the woods and kill me. And I'm like, why? Because you're black? And it's just, and the guy fucking loses it. And then I just dip out. I'm like, yep, gotta go now. Oh man, I know it didn't look like I didn't eat a lot, but you know.
Yeah.
I think we got crack them open.
Hell yeah, we do.
Crack open some cold ones.
The Frosties. Okay. This is a label that was still on this.
You got extra on yours.
I got, yeah.
Extra cookie crumbs on.
Yeah,
Oreo
I do.
Crumbs.
And I know that you were just like, well...
I know, I'm trying to look out for his texture sensitivity.
It's like... not as much as I was hoping. In terms of like the Oreo crumbage. Not gonna lie. But... this will do. So...
and then McDonald's got the s'mores Frosty too. It's like... the fast food places are cooking this summer. I don't know what's going on, but... They're cooking this summer. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so you scoop it up. I know when I first brought this up to him, he was like, I don't like the milkshake stuff, Jake. I don't. And I'm like, dude, you scoop it up.
And I still probably won't.
Yeah.
Because I know how these things go whenever I try them. Like, I'm like, alright, the Oreo seems inviting. I'll try it. And then it just ends up tasting like the same, like, ishy kind of stuff.
I'm gonna open mine up because so I can get my spoon better in it.
Yeah, I might do that too. Shit, where the hell is my bag? Did I crumble my bag up? I did. God damn it.
Ready?
No.
I think we shouldn't have left it in the freezer a bit more.
Maybe. Alright, I'll just do it like this. Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go. Oh. Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, this slaps.
This is good so far.
Yeah.
The worry's always the aftertaste, though. Because the
And
aftertaste is
the
definitely
Oreos
hit
are
and
not
miss.
too crunchy.
Yeah.
That they're like soaked in pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah, it's definitely better than I expected.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's Oreos and brownies. Like, how can you mess that up?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, yeah. Your story reminds me of like what I had to go through like the first like 2 years at my job
Yeah.
with like multiple women.
I just don't know if I reached like that age that now women might be more into me now, but because I had a thing with my hairstyles when I had my after the haircut, where when I went for context, I went to his house before I went to go get a haircut, and when I got the haircut, I showed up like a minute late because I was waiting for my ride, and lost my okay. So but she just kept looking at me, and I was just like, well, that's weird. And then I swear I thought I saw her bite her lip, and I was just like, oh no, I could like I was just mentally folding right then and there. And yeah, and then like what really was weird was when she was washing my hair, and then when she was drying it, she just kept going, like she didn't like stop. It was like kind of it was like that weird pause, and then I was just like, what is going on right now? Like,
You talking about your hairdresser right now?
my hairstyle. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah. Cause yeah, the hairstylist that I've had since like before COVID, pretty much, is like my mom's friend, and I like for like ever, and I'll just say first, the first times we kind of had like appointments, I was just always like fuck, always like that, because like it's just the style of her hair and just like all that kind of stuff, and it's like a middle-aged woman, so it's just like fuck yeah. And now I have a girlfriend, so like the like the primal instinct of my brain is hard to keep in check. It's not like I have like intentional moments where like I look at her, I'm just like, oh my fucking god, I need you. But like it's like mistakes that happen in my brain, like you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, which is like the thoughts just like form so suddenly, and it's just like, oh my god. And yeah, just stuff like that.
I have a girlfriend. I love her. I have a girlfriend.
I love my girlfriend so much. She's lovely. I like her. She's cool. Yeah, and like it the hardest part about it is like when I don't know if you have this happen to you, but when like I go on, most of the time it's after I get off like a shift, so like the hour prior. So I imagine this would happen either way. But I always have like hair gel in my hair to like keep it up.
Yeah.
And
I don't do product in my hair anymore. I just never liked the texture of it.
I would always, well, still do, but whenever I go there, the first thing we always do is like my hairstylist will like put me in like that like hair wash machine.
Yeah.
And back then it was a lot less stressful of like being like, yeah, this is nice. But now I have a girlfriend and it's just like, oh my god, this is nice, but like I feel bad for enjoying it. Like, and not enjoying it is like, oh yeah, but like I don't know, it's just
why they gotta be so hot? Like, why gotta be so hot?
I hope Mel doesn't watch this and just be like have confidence issues.
Yeah, you're doing that to her all day today.
Yeah, I feel so bad, but like it's just I'm like just my mind within like the past like 5 years has been like MILFs.
The mommies.
Yeah, and like it's hard to like have like fantasies, I guess, to the effect for like such a long period of time, and then you get into like a relationship of like you like someone
younger than you.
Yeah, younger than you, and just that's it because of what's happening in my house right now.
The noises, and we got Smash playing right now.
Yeah, like what was I saying? Like just what I was accustomed to in terms of like what I viewed of like older women, right? And you know, now that I'm like in a committed relationship, like I'm happy with Mel. I'm so happy with Mel. There's times when I feel down because like we can only do so much together. And there's obviously not like a thing towards or against her at all. But you know, that I'm trying to explain this in a way because I know what I'm trying to say and I know what my feelings are, and the way I'm describing this makes it seem like I'm actively trying to hide something. But I promise you, there's like no like deep dark secret that I'm hiding. It's just when I guess what I am trying to say is Mal's like 3 years younger than me, and like we have the dynamic of like, you know, the opposite of what like years ago what I would want, and like the relationship with Mel has kind of like gotten me to like a stance of like, man, like
being the dom is so exhausting.
I do like it because like it does feel nice when like you can just be like have like the ability to like make someone obey, I guess. And it made me kind of realize like like in the least creepy way possible. It kind of also made me realize that like not like a horrific difference at all in terms of like age, but like it also made me realize that like I like, you know, kind of the opposite effect as well, where like slightly younger, not like I'm not talking like 18, 19 years old, but like just like a couple years younger at the moment. which is like, I'm the dom and like a partner is like just years younger. But obviously like, just in the prior years. Oh my god, my brain is like trying to say like 20 different things right now. What do I want to say first? So, like, when I see like an older woman, right, and my brain is just instinctively like, oh, she looks nice, and then like my brain just like transforms into like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if this happened to you?
Oh, it cuts to like porn or something.
Yeah,
we've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all...
and then like it's unfortunately happened within like the past like year multiple times where I just see like an older woman and I'm just like, man.
And
like I feel so bad. Like I go to therapy, right? And I've literally like talked to my therapist like, I feel bad this is happening because like I'm in like a loving relationship with like my girlfriend, but like I have like these unintentional thoughts of like things that I wanted from the past, and I feel like an asshole because like I don't want my girlfriend to make it seem like I don't value her because of like her age or who she is, but it's just my brain is instinctively like when I see like at the very least like a slightly older woman or like a woman who is twice my age or could be like a mother age for me, like sometimes my brain's just like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if like she just started joking off right here? It's just something I feel so shitty about, and me and Mel's kind of thing is like we tell each other like everything, but this is like the only thing that I haven't really talked to her about because of like, I don't know, if like Mel, for example, was just like, Matt, like I have like, I know Mel doesn't necessarily have like these like things like this where like she views like older guys as like, oh, I want that. I know it's like she likes people her actual age or like within her like general age group, but like if she were to come up to me and be like saying basically essentially all the stuff that I said, but like in the opposite genders, to an extent I would, even though I would know that like she's not trying to hurt me by telling me this stuff, I wouldn't lie, I would kind of get like less confident in myself and be like, well, what more can I do? Like, how can I like be better for Mel and make her feel like how can I like make how can I love Mel more, and I don't know, it, like I said, I'm not trying to insinuate like there's like a deep dark secret that I'm trying to hide at all by any means, and I know me saying that is gonna like raise eyebrows. That's not the case at all though. I'm just like generally speaking as like the male experience of just like instinctively it's just like when you see like an attractive woman,
it's lust.
It's something I don't mean. It's just so like tough to explain and like talk about, not because like I feel horrible about it to an extent. Obviously it's not difficult to talk about because like I'm like upset about myself. It's just difficult to talk about it knowing that like Mel could probably watch this, and even though I'm like I know what my stance on it is. Like, if I was given the opportunity, like if like a MILF I found attractive like came up to me and was like, hey little man, like hey boy, pull off those trousers and let me give you the Mommy Deluxe 3000. Like, I would be fighting demons, right? But I would be fighting so much demons in my head, but I would know that I would not be able to go through. And that's just the kind of person I try and be. That's the kind of boyfriend I try and be. I know when I say try, it's like, oh, so you're basically insinuating that like you have to like force yourself not to do it. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying like I'm being presented with something from in this hypothetical situation, right? And like if this were to happen, it would be kind of like something that I would have to restrain myself, because in the past I've wanted this situation to happen before, like I did in Mel, right? But since this is happening now, it's like, well, fuck, but I just can't do that to Mel. And that's essentially what I'm trying to say is like, I just know what Mel has gone through in her previous relationships, to the point where like that's kind of what adds on to like me feeling shitty. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've said like too much to the point where like I've digging myself like a fucking big hole that's just like I can't dig myself out of. To you, what does it sound like I'm saying?
I think you are experiencing a normal human emotion called lust, which is something that my religion I grew up in, they want to tell you like that's one of the deadly sins is, but it's a basic emotion we feel, and yeah, it can be wrong and destructive, of course, but like, you know, it's a normal thing that we all have. And I saw my dad looking at some girls on his fucking Snapchat, like he's married, so shit happens, and like what he's trying to say is that he obviously loves his girlfriend deeply. He loves her so much, and I know for a fact he does, because he told me like I only need her, but he's kind of conflicted on this, like I guess this you're kind of just stuck in this like kind of fantasy, and you've like been longing for it for so long that you're just like you're kind of stuck right now. It's not like you don't obviously you don't, it's not obviously you don't melt, it's just those thoughts and just that desire is just like it's just kind of clouding your mind a bit, that it's just like and honestly with me, this I might have a similar dilemma, but with, you know, goth. Like if I'm dating like a normal, like I might have that same thing, that I'm like I've been building myself up for having like this, like, and I don't mean like that the e-girl fucking what they think is goth, like that legit wearing all black, they're pale, so pale that but like the legit, but like I would have that confliction too, because it would be like I'd been waiting for that for so long, and when I don't have that fully, I still feel like something's missing. That's what something's like.
Yeah.
Missing. And yeah,
it's definitely a process of like confliction. And like what you said is perfect in terms of like I love Mel so much, but when I feel like something is going on with Mel, like I have pure instinct to just be like, you okay? Like, what's going on? Like, I nothing will ever change.
Yeah.
About that at all in any way. But like you said, it's just like the effect of like me and how I've wanted it for like the longest time, and now that like I'm in a committed relationship, that is honestly the opposite end of the spectrum, where I have to be like the dominant one and be like the older type one, which is not bad at all. Like, I know that you probably would not feel the same way at all, but being like the dominant one and being like the like the daddy, like, I'm okay with it. I've dealt with it in the past, and like I enjoy it. Like I enjoy like spoiling Mel. I enjoy like cherishing Mel a lot, and just like her being like fucking pretty and fucking adorable and having big boobs. I enjoy Mel so much as a person and someone to talk to. And you know, every day I enjoy waking up and knowing my girlfriend looks like a seal. And other various animals. So like, but like back to the thing is, I just, you know, anytime like I see like an older woman, because like there's like a couple at my job, and like there's like this Russian lady at like my job where like she kind of has like her hair in like a ponytail and like kind of like a swoop on like one side of her hair at like all times, and like sometimes like I'll just like see her like staring over even to this day at me, and like I've obviously heard that she has like a husband. She obviously has a husband, right? But like just like the act of like seeing like an older woman just like staring at you, even if she doesn't mean anything by it sets off like the caveman part of my brain of like, oh, okay then.
Unga bunga.
Yeah, unga bunga. It's just, I'm not trying to like sound like, oh yeah, it's just the classic like boy kind of brain process, and like it's just like the stuff that's illustrated with that is just like, it really just allows guys to kind of just be like, to possibly get away from like the act of like mentally cheating and actually like physically cheating with somebody. Here's what I mean. Here's
the thing. This is from someone who has to struggle with this every fucking day. To the point it's driving me crazy. Intrusive thoughts, even though it's hard for me to process it myself, so it's like, wow, you want to talk, but
yeah.
Intrusive thoughts are a normal thing. We all have them. It's just you don't let them bother you, and you don't act on it. If you know you will never act on it, you're fine.
Yeah.
And obviously with people with anxiety, OCD, it's you let that bother you. You let those thoughts bother you, because then you're thinking like, oh man, I'm just such a terrible person. Like, how could I be thinking these horrible things? And
yeah, I'm exactly like it with like everything in general. Because also at my job, like when I first started working here, like there's like a Latina girl that was like in a different shift, and I would see her at the end of like my shift when I left, and like we're just like kind of look at each other like a little bit. And it's like, this was like years ago, but then like recently, like within the past year, she kind of like moved shifts to like the weekend shift. But like the thing that happens with like weekend shift is that one day of the week, they will like have a day where they work with you, and yeah, it's just kind of like a situation where like we'll just be like working together, and it's just kind of like, well, okay, well, fuck then. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
I don't know, I'm trying to...
And you obviously know that you're not gonna.
Yeah, like,
You're
it's
not
the
gonna.
actual, like, thought
Yeah,
of, like,
that just
don't
bothers
act
you.
on it.
Yeah.
Like, and I know better. Like, I know that even if I was given the, like, opportunity from, like, any of these women, I would not do a single thing, because, like, the thought of, like, doing it, I'm a very, like, you know,
Empathetic.
yeah, empathetic, and just, like, when I do something bad, it, like, haunts me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm, like, I feel easily, like, guilty. Even when, like, something I, you know, as, like, small as, like, thinking something, like, in this situation, it haunts me, like, but, like, actually doing the act of, like, hypothetically, like, if I was to have, like, a physical thing with somebody at, like, my job or whatever, I would feel guilty so much that it would eat me up, and I just would not be able to, like, act like myself around Mel, because I would just feel so guilty at all times. And then it would eat me up, and it would get to the point where, like, obviously Mel would obviously notice, and I would just be so skittish all the time, to the point where, like, probably, like, a few months later, I would just be like, hey, I have something to tell you. And then, like, all hell would break loose, and then I would feel, like, so shitty, just in general, for, like, everything, and keeping it with me for that long. So, like, it would just eat me up. And obviously, it would be completely on me, but that's just where I would see it, you know? So, I don't see it as, like, so you know that's bad. But, like, actually doing the act itself is the thing that's, like, at the very least 90% of the problem. Having the thoughts are, in their own degree, in my opinion, a little bit of, like, not a good thing. But actually pursuing it and doing it is, in my opinion, what the actual problem is. I, in my opinion, like, the fact of me having these thoughts is, like, it makes me feel kind of guilty. And on some days where, like, I'm down on myself, I feel very guilty. Like, I'm just like, I'm like, fucking horrible boyfriend for fucking semi-consistently thinking like this. But, like, eventually, like, it is, like, the thing that happens is, like, when I'm able to have, like, a day where, like, I get to, like, just hang out with Mel, like, for, like, hours, and we just, like, talk and have a good time, I don't regret it at all. Like, I enjoy, like, every second, and, like, I cherish it. So, like, I know that, like, it's just kind of, like, my brain just, like, definitely, like, screwing around with, like, my emotions or whatever, and just, like, my thought process, I guess. And I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now, because my fucking family keeps walking down and up my room, and I just keep losing my train of thought. This is why I hate living here sometimes. But yeah, so yeah, do you have any other input right now? Because my brain is just fucking collapsing at the moment.
Well, mean, I kind of said what, like, kind of the big thing I was, going for. But yeah, but like I said, I think from my perspective, it's always just like, if you're having those thoughts and it's trying to make your brain's trying to make it seem like you're like that person, it shows that you're actually not that person, because it's like it's trying to test you to be like yo, you're thinking all these things, like you're so horrible and awful, but its reality is just like, I know I'm not going to act on it, and I know I would never do this, so I know that I won't do this, and I know that, and and like we talked about Mario Kart, everybody's got a fantasy, like, with that kind of shit. And it happens. Everyone's got their kinks and their fantasies, and it's just life. And yeah, but that's just all. That's the whole point of it, though. Is that it's a fantasy. You think realistically, like, most people who watch those kind of videos, if
the step,
you really think they would actually realistically go through with it?
I would.
Hang on,
wait, me.
Like, I feel like most rational people would be like, no. Like,
my father's dating this lovely woman, and I love her as a mother, so yeah. Like, it's inherently a fantasy. That's the entire purpose. So like, that would be cool, but if it was given in the opportunity of real life, I would probably not like it. Due to the circumstances of which, this person is supposed to be in relation to me.
Yeah. Like, you're you really think most people are, if your stepmom comes up to you and is just like, so we're trying to have a kid and this thing's not working, you want I'll do it for the good of you.
Okay. I'll be the man. Oh man.
You want me to
alright. A man's gonna do what a man's gonna do.
But like,
no, Matt, we just need you to come. We need you to come in the bottle. It's okay. No, we'll
full experience. I want the full VIP experience.
We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. It's okay.
The old-fashioned.
Bottles did not exist back then.
Bottles weren't real back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it is tough, because it's like with someone with like longing for a relationship and they finally get one, and it's like you get someone that's like not akin to what you were originally setting out for. Yeah, there is that like, but it's like, but your heart's in the right place, and you're being with them for the right reasons, and but yeah, it's just it's just a fantasy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I am with Mel because I love her and I find her very pretty and attractive. So, like, just to clear that illusion of anybody who might watch this, and especially Mel's conscience or whatever, because if she were to watch this, I don't want to just leave this video with a negative mindset of like her not being worth it in the slightest, because she is. She's so incredibly worth it, and I love her every day, and I cherish her every day. But the entire point I've been trying to make is, obviously, the fantasy of having a like a girlfriend
Mommy,
who a mommy to just be with, you know. It obviously isn't on the same fantasy level as like stuff you find on like the hub of like, oh, I get to deal with my stepmom, but like cause like if like a year ago
it's either stepmom or it's your mom's friend. Those are the two.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I had to deal with like my hairdresser. It's like my hairstylist is my mom's friend, and I was like, there's like a point in time where like I had like a week of like, should I just tell my mom about this? Like what? Like, I just knew I couldn't, so I just kind of like dealt with it.
Hey mom, I think your friend is really attractive. Does she got a husband, or she got like grandkids that like I gotta know about? Like,
like, well, what's the deal here? I'm like, can you tell me? But yeah, like a year ago, right before Mel and I started dating, if like the timeline of like an older woman, like let's say in her like mid-30s, you know, came up to me and was like, hey, you want to date or something? Something along those lines. I would not be opposed. That's all I'm trying to say. Cause like it's not a fantasy of like sexual nature entirely. It's
a big part of it.
Yeah. Well, no, it's part of it, but okay, it's half of it. It's half.
It's 75% of it.
No, it's 45% of
it. 45.
Which is the age I want. No, but yeah, I think the end conclusion of what I want this conversation to be is that Mel is a fantastic girlfriend and I don't want to hurt her. It just sucks because I still have like these lingering like fantasies that have been more prevalent in my brain as of late.
I don't want to like ask you something like personal and weird like this, but do you like, are you able to like take it out? Take them out? Like, you still go on the
hub?
Yeah. If that like helps you or anything with that. I don't know. I don't want to be like trying to be like, because I know some people are really stingy about that. Well, you still watch porn while you're in a relationship. You're cheating. Like, no, not really. If it wasn't discussed, then it wasn't.
I know, like a month or two ago, Mel said to me that like she was okay with me watching porn. I don't know if like she was joking or not, but like her voice sounded serious. But like what I've done is I kind of went on the green site for the most part.
Oh.
And I just searched up like specific keywords. But something I've always done is like I kind of like enjoy like just if it's like real people, then like I will try and get like a video of like the woman not showing her face, because it helps like
you don't want attachment.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, her face isn't in here, so like I can't be like, well, I know what she looks like, you know. But yeah, but yeah, this is So yeah, I have gone on the hub of like a few select times. I didn't go on it at all for like the longest time, but it wasn't until like a month and a half, probably 2 months ago, when like this specific like fantasy like started being like more prevalent just out of nowhere. And that's kind of the thing that sucks, is that like it just started to kind of like come back into my brain, but like so heavily this time, to the point where like it just,
it's starting to bother you.
Yeah, to an extent. It I think another point I want to make is like, I don't want to make it seem like I have like a perm brain by any means, but you know, just at this age, you know, like me and Jake both have obviously, you know, not had anything, so you could say to like an extent that we're both like
Gooners, yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
like touch, like, well, what's that fucking
Physical touch.
physical, like fuck, like the effect of like what's that fucking word where like lacking, that's not the specific word, but like we have
Longing?
lacked like the ability to have like physical touch with anybody at all. So that just kind of also boils down to like where like the mental state is with all this. And like I feel like 100%, like if like Mel was here and lived like nearby, I would not be, you know, having these thoughts at the very least as much at all. Either two. But yeah, I don't know. It's just very, very, in my opinion, just kind of tough to deal with. And like, yeah, I just kind of just feel guilt a lot of the time, even though like I know I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just the guilt comes in just thinking about it, and like due to the fact that like it just feels so prevalent, like on a not like even weekly, it's just like daily occurrences here and there. It's just like, okay, like I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Yeah. Porn is porn really fucks up with your brain.
yeah,
Surely.
it does.
I have to struggle with that a lot.
It truly does indeed.
Yeah. But yeah, I know you obviously love and care about Mel, so I know that you genuinely do, so I know you're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, I'm gonna call you a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But
The only timeline where I do anything with any other woman is if, you know, hopefully not, me and Mel go separate ways. That would be the only timeline where I do anything with any other woman, but I don't really plan on having that happen at all.
Nope. I don't think nobody wants to.
Yeah.
When they're
Yeah.
I don't think nobody.
Controversial take, but I sure hope me and my girlfriend don't break up.
I don't plan on it anytime soon.
Yeah. Not anytime in the next year. But 13 months from now, she better be hoping, praying that I don't have second thoughts.
Yeah. Whew. I was not expecting a full during this wonderful mukbang of talking about the porn fantasies, but here we are.
Yeah.
Here we
Surprised
are.
it took us this long to talk about.
Yep. But I think we're gonna wrap up. We gotta finish Animal Crossing still.
Yeah.
And we gotta do Cyberpunk. This Frosty was incredible. You know what it kind of reminded me of in a weird way? When I was like scooping. It reminded me of Cocoa Puffs for some reason. It reminded me of Cocoa Puffs, and I don't know why. But it reminded me of Cocoa Puffs. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. I got a large, and I'm like, it's all liquid now. I would say you should freeze yours.
Probably.
I would like freeze it for a few hours and then let it thaw for like 5-10 minutes. Very good.
Oh my god.
It was such a good Frosty. Holy. Yeah. Saucy Nugs they're okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like the barbecue kind of kick to them. Obviously, lemonade never disappoints. But, yep. I think that will do it. Thank you for watching, and Mel, if you somehow made it this far, I will repeat firsthand that this guy right here, I'm pointing at, that you guys can't see, he loves you very dearly.
No.
That's how it should end. Like, got you. Gotcha. And yeah.
Yeah, please send me your boobs on Snapchat right now. Alright, that's it. Bye.
Bye-bye.